Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Everything Pattaya's second TiT, this is Thailand, podcast Pattaya. And we bought new microphones, so we should be okay with the sound, and we've actually moved venue. So we're now in the beautiful Playa restaurant on Beach Road, just slightly south of Holiday Inn. Now, as I said last time, we hope to do a podcast once a month. And the moderator is Claudio. Regular viewers will know Claudio from previous videos. The essence of this podcast is to learn and discuss people's journey about how they ended up living in Thailand, which may help you with your decision about whether you want to move to Thailand. Now I'll pass you over to Claudio.
Hi everybody, this is our second TiT podcast Pattaya. Today we have new equipment, microphone, teleprompter. We are almost like Good Morning America, this close. So let me first of all, you understand that this podcast is basically to help you, keep you informed about everything that you need to know to come here to live in Thailand. The main object of this broadcast is basically in 3 stages. One is we will have every first Friday of the month. We're changing it. It will be the first Friday of the month. A free guest in each episode, which you may learn what it's like to live in Thailand. The second thing that we are doing is we are introducing to you useful professional contacts. Today we have Mr. Jack, which is an insurance broker, health insurance. So after this conversation we will have another one-on-one with Jack, and he can tell you all about what services he can provide you. And the third stage is basically organizing social networking events, meetups, which has nothing to do with the YouTube channel, meetups for newbies or people who want to meet like-minded people. Let's start it. So we have here 3 guests. Maybe everyone can state their name, nationality, and how long they have been living in Pattaya.
I'm Trevor. I'm Australian, and I've been living here for nearly the last 2 years. And I went back home to Australia for COVID for 2 years, and I'd previously lived in Thailand the 2 years before that. So close enough to 4 years I've been here.
Always in Pattaya?
Yeah, when I'm living, I've always been in Pattaya.
All right. Australia, Aussie.
My name's Peter. I'm originally from the UK, but I lived in America longer than I lived in the UK. And I moved here a month ago permanently, so I've only just been here just over a month.
So what, UK or the US?
From the US. I moved from the US.
Excellent. Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack Levy. I'm from Scotland. I've been living here for 33 years.
33 years.
33 years.
All right. Maybe this would help us to answer the next questions. How did you decide specifically to move to Thailand and not to any other retirement destination as Mexico, Costa Rica, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Cambodia, or Philippines?
For me, it was really quite a few different reasons. Thailand's got a lot of really benefits about it. First of all, I mean, there's no point beating around the bush. I'm pushing 60, and so healthcare becomes an issue for you. We've got really good hospitals here, really good healthcare, really good infrastructure of all sorts of things. It doesn't really matter what you want to get, you can get it in Thailand. Good roads, there's just a lot going for it as a place to retire or to see out your days kind of thing. And also because it's got good weather and good restaurants and good food, whatever hobbies you want to do. Like if you're into fishing, fishing's good. If you like riding motorbikes, you can go on motorbike tours. It doesn't really matter what you want to do or what your normal hobbies are. You can do them here and have a great time. I mean, if you're into snow skiing, you're in a bit of problem, or ice fishing, it's not going to work for you.
But actually, you coming from Aussie, there is actually only Thailand, Indonesia, and maybe Philippines. It's not like an American that they can basically, it would be more convenient for them.
Correct. We probably look at the Asian market as a place to stay perhaps more than perhaps people from other places in the world because it's closer to us and we're...
Right. Have you thought about Philippines or Indonesia?
Well, I've been to Indonesia, so no, that was a no. And I've done a lot of Asia. I liked Vietnam very much. I haven't been to the Philippines. I did date a Filipina, and that's probably a reason why I didn't go to the Philippines. But it's...
We can leave it by that.
But no, it's Thailand, as I said, is a place when you come here and you look around and you do any research of the pros and cons of different places to go. Thailand has an awful lot going for it. It really does,
Vietnam has a lot of problems with visas. You only can get the 1 month tourist visa. They don't have a regular 1 year retirement that you can actually extend. That's the one problem that Vietnam has. Philippines, very easy to make a retirement visa. You actually can come in as a tourist and can stay for 3 years and only then need to leave the country.
Yes.
You can renew it, but no problem.
There's some other things too, like Thailand. But if you've been here a lot, especially if you indulge in wine, women, and song like I do, you tend to at times come home with a little bit inebriated, and I've never felt unsafe. And there's just lots of places in the world where you can't do that because you will be unsafe. Whereas here it is I'm not saying nothing bad ever happened to anyone, but as a general rule it's a very safe place to be.
Very safe, yeah.
I believe so too.
Absolutely agree.
Now that Peter is here, we're not sure, but
So for me, it was basically, I've been coming here for on and off for 21 years. And I'm very familiar with the place. I know where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do. The language is a little bit of a problem sometimes,
But have you ever thought about a destination like Mexico, Costa Rica? Because it is a typical.
I've been to Mexico. I would concur a lot with what Trevor said, as far as Thailand being a destination. As far as safety goes, Mexico's not a safe country. You get in a lot of trouble there. I've been to Costa Rica, pretty much the same. I didn't feel comfortable there, especially at night. Haven't been to Colombia, Dominican Republic, or Cambodia. I've been to the Philippines. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not clean. It's not. And it's not. It's just
Can we beat this out?
Sorry,
we have some people.
It's just the way it is.
All right.
Personal experience. It's just Thailand. Just there's a big expat community here.
Yes, especially in Pattaya.
Right, and like Trevor said, great food. I mean, you can get anything you want here. Basically, it's multicultural. It's just a really good place to be, and as far as safety goes, I have never ever felt threatened here. One little bit, I've been inebriated, like you said, and I've never had a problem, never. So and having been here a month now, it's a really good place. I'm really glad I did what I did. So.
We made a video with Peter actually 1 week ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I heard you're staying in very luxurious short-term rental condo.
Yeah, the landlord's kind of an a-hole, but
Yeah, but it's still. You should mention how is the customer service.
excellent.
5 star.
Yeah,
5 star.
Yeah.
Jack, 32 years.
3.
33.
33.
He's still counting. All right. Why Pattaya? Why Thailand?
Oh, that's easy. On the back of my first divorce, I went round to my travel agent and said I need to go away. He knew me better than I knew myself and said Thailand. Never heard of the place, really. And 2 weeks after I got here, I flew back, went round to my travel agent and said, how soon can you get me back there? Here I am, but the rest is history.
Addicted immediately.
Absolutely.
There will be some other questions where we need you, especially what are you missing back, but we're coming there. Second question. Did any one of you retire somewhere else before moving to Thailand? Would you please share your experience with? Basically, we had this. Next one. Why Pattaya and not Bangkok, Phuket, Koh Samui, Hue Hin, or Chiang Mai?
Well, for me, my first trips to Thailand were to Phuket. Like, I'd spent a bit of time there. I've been coming here for roughly about 20 years. My first trips were to Phuket. Secondly, I came to Pattaya. And once I really started coming to Pattaya, I never went back to Phuket. I have since been to Hue Hin, and I think Hue Hin's really lovely. Like, if you already had a girlfriend and you were just looking at a destination to somewhere to retire, I think Hue Hin's got a lot going for it. It's really pretty. It's a little bit more chilled out, a bit more relaxed. Not as crazy as Pattaya. It's also so there's things, not one place is right for everybody. But yeah, I think Pattaya for me it's big enough that it's got everything. It's got quite a few different hospitals. It's got movie theatres, more than one. It's got government offices. It's got good schools. It's got, if you've got children, it's big enough that it's got everything, and it's small enough that you can still get around everywhere in 20 minutes. So it's got a lot going for it in that place. Like, when you go to Phuket, you've got Patong, but you've also got Karen Beach, and you've got other places all around. It's all quite disjointed to get to anything, whereas Pattaya is quite more central. And again, it's only an hour and a half from Bangkok.
Exactly.
So it's got a lot
no
going
connection flight, no nothing.
Yeah. So for me, there was that. I think for me, Pattaya, and I'm in business here, so and having been coming here all this time, a lot of the friendship networks that I built up and people that I knew had been in business here. So the ability to get in and mix in the right circles and that was easier here than it would have been somewhere else.
What are you doing now in Pattaya?
I own a bar on Soi 6. Yeah.
A bar on Soi 6.
Hollywood.
What is the name?
Hollywood Bar.
Hollywood Bar.
And we've done a few videos with Jazz.
You heard it here before.
We've done
Three videos.
We've done
Three videos on, yeah.
And they've all been really good. Even now, and it's like 6 months ago since the last one, I still get guys come in and go, "Oh, I saw you on YouTube." And I'm like, excellent. So it's really good value.
Good.
As far as Chiang Mai goes, I've never been there. It's on my list to visit. Hue Hin is the same. Koh Samui too. Bangkok, been there, didn't like it. Too busy, too big, too noisy, it's like any big city. It's just. And Phuket, Phuket's nice, but rip-off capital in my opinion. It's like they
I've been always in Pattaya, but one time I had to fly back. This was during COVID. And when I came back, I had to do the 1 week sandbox in Phuket.
Right. Yeah. I've been there a couple of times, and I just felt I got ripped off both times I went there. So it's a lot more expensive than Pattaya.
Yeah.
There is not like. It's not the size of Pattaya.
I didn't like it.
It's just it's
too
not
commercial.
It's not for me. It's not for me. So.
I came to Pattaya first. I liked it. Came back second time, third time, fourth time. Still liked it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here I am.
You never tried
Well
Bangkok or anything?
No, he said if it works, it was basically the same for me. I've done all the things, so why?
Yeah.
All right. So what were the most difficulties that you realized after you moved to Thailand? Were there communication difficulties, dating, different Falang mentalities, finding new friendships, buddies?
None really, because I'd been coming here for so long. I pretty much knew what to expect. Obviously, the language is a bit of a barrier on occasion. But if I'd been a bit better a planner, I would have learned to speak Thai, because after all, it's their country and it's me that should learn their language, not the other way around. But yeah, look, I think there's nothing that really stood out to me as like, oh, this was a problem. I didn't really think this was going to happen, because I'd done a little bit of research and I knew what was what, So there wasn't really any issues for me coming here.
Don't learn to speak Thai.
That
Or don't understand Thai, because then you know what they're talking about when they're talking about you.
I actually have no plans in learning Thai because I understood a little bit, and that was already too much. So
The weather can be a little sticky at times. I mean, it's hot, but then again, I lived in Las Vegas for 33 years, and it's not 118 degrees like it is at the moment. So weather's fine. I mean, it's quite nice actually to be rained on for a change. Communication, most people, between a little bit of Pidgin Thai and sign language, you can communicate. It is difficult at times, but not extremely difficult. I mean, I haven't found it to be that difficult. Foreign mentalities, that goes without saying. But,
well, I'll probably butt in there. I'll say this: you'll meet the best guys you've ever met in your life in Pattaya, and you'll also meet the worst guys you've ever met.
Absolutely.
Did we get this with the microphone or not?
Yeah.
So
Much the same as Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Vegas. Why do you think they kicked him out? Why he left? Anything for you that you want to say? Difficulties that you realized after when you came here?
Difficulties? What difficulties? I chose to come here, so any difficulty that I encountered was my own difficulty and nobody else's.
Good enough.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay.
Any experience or encounters, funny stuff, or the program is called TiT podcast, which is This is Thailand. Any stories that you can share which only can be explained with TiT, This is Thailand, no logic, no...
I probably got one with my ex-business partner who was dating a Thai girl.
Business partner. Okay.
Yeah, and look, that's all finished up. But I remember once we were having a chat and she was there, and Thais invariably don't have driver's licenses. Like, they drive a car or a motorbike, but the majority of them don't have a license. Anyway, she's got a car, and we said, she's going on about her insurance and this and that and the other. And we said, well, do you have a driver's license? And she said, no. I said, well, you realise your insurance is completely invalid, because if you don't have a driver's license, the insurance company doesn't have to pay you if you have an accident.
Right.
And she was like, yes, they do. They took my money. And I said, no, yes, they did take your money. You gifted your money to them, which they will never, ever have to pay back. And this is the weird part, is she wouldn't believe us. She didn't believe us because our information was not factual or wasn't logical. She didn't believe us because we're Farang, and Farang know nothing. Now, she would invariably have gone straight on the phone and rung up her sister, who also knows nothing, and then rang up her mother, who also knows nothing, and made a decision on whether she should get a driver's license based on what they told her, rather than actually doing any research. And that's just like TiT, Thai thinking.
So basically, Thais do not believe in reading the small print in a contract. That this insurance will be only valid if you actually have a valid...
It is just the way it is. It's TiT, it's the way it is.
I paid for insurance, but the small print, no, I shouldn't read. Okay.
I learned a long time ago that there is no logic here. So
That's true.
I chose to come here. It's my choice, my decision. So you just got to live with it. So just deal with it. That's all. I mean,
All right.
it is the way it is.
Thai logic is an oxymoron. But having said that, I'll share with you a little story about one of my wives who I sent to a driving school to learn to drive properly. And after 15 lessons out of 16, she said, I can drive. So I got my car. This is a long time ago, it was manual. And I took her to Sound Country Club Road, which was very, very quiet. I got out, she got into driver's side, she adjusted the mirror, adjusted her seat, put on a seatbelt, all the good stuff, and stalled it 3 times. And she turned around to me and said, Jack, what am I doing wrong? I said, you have to let off the handbrake. She said, the handbrake?
What's that?
She said, that's an emergency brake, the instructor told me. This is just Thailand, I've got a different way of looking at some things.
Right. Here we've got a new question, which was actually demanded or requested by our viewers from the previous show, about a budget in Pattaya.
Well, a budget in Pattaya is whatever you decide your budget is. Like some people live here as an English teacher on 30 grand a month and they manage to survive okay. And there's other people here spending 200 or 250,000 a month and they live like a rock star. It's really a question of what lifestyle do you require? What's the minimum expectation that you have? But your budget, everybody's budget here around this table will be different. So it's really
depending on the lifestyle.
What sort of lifestyle do you want? And what are your?
But what would you say you can live off on a comfortable standard of living here?
Well, it's difficult to even answer the question because, how much do you drink for a start? Your biggest costs every month are going to be ladies and alcohol. So it's a question of how much of that sort of stuff you indulge in. If you only eat cart food and stay at home and watch Netflix, you could live here on next to nothing.
I'm on a budget of 40,000, but I don't spend money on alcohol.
Wine, women, or song.
Only my lady, and she's giving me a good discount. So, but I also own my own condo, so I don't pay actually rent.
Yeah,
that's important to say because 40,000. This is basically 1,000 baht per day plus. This is all including. That's
I would say 60 for
with rent, right? But my 40 actually includes no rent, but it does include life, health insurance, my visa requirement, condominium fee, so all the expenses. So I still would say that I spend something like 1,000 baht per day.
I would say probably 60 to 80 a month in that region.
Yeah.
In all, that's with a moderate amount of alcohol. If you, like Trevor said, it's entirely up to you. That is up to you. But as far as rent goes, as far as food costs go, utilities and that kind of stuff, it's way cheaper than any Western country. So
Definitely.
60 to 80 would be fair.
Jack.
Your budget is what you can afford to spend.
Yes.
If you overspend, you're going to find out how few friends you actually have.
Very true.
So stick to what you can spend.
Brent?
That's right.
All right, excellent. Question number 6. Dating stories in Thailand. Everyone has only 5 minutes. So, Peter, all right.
I'm just not going to go there. Learning for yourself is half the fun. What I will say to you is if you have a Thai girlfriend and you're having an argument, make sure you position yourself between her and the knife drawer, right? That's
The knife drawer.
Yeah, make sure there's no sharp objects
right.
close by when you're having an argument.
Absolutely.
How about using a lock-up cabinet?
I don't know. Funny thing, when I went back to Australia for a couple of years, and people were asking me about, you like those Thai girls. I love Thai girls, and they'd say, you like them, because especially the older girls that I work with would say, you like those Asian women because they're more subservient, and I just burst out laughing because it's the least subservient women you'll meet on the planet are Thai girls.
Right.
So I always found it amusing the perception that people have, which is so like 180 degrees opposite of reality. But yeah, people have their perception and it doesn't make it true.
I actually think that they're subservient in one direction, but they're also in the other direction. They're a little bit extreme, which can be the violent ones.
What I would say is that the male-female roles here are very defined. We have to understand for the last 30 or 40 years in the West that our women have become more and more and more like men, and our men have become more and more and more like women. Whereas here, it's a man's country. It's a man's country. It's run by men.
Don't get me started there.
And the women here very much play the female role. Like, your job is to take care, take care financially, and their job is to take care of you and also take care of the home and take care of a very, very strong female culture.
Like it used to be in the 60s.
Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah,
But
very much.
I've got a long-term girlfriend already 4 years. She would never tell me, do your 50-50 share or do the dishes. Never. Because she knows exactly, this is traditionally in Thailand, this is absolutely women's work, and these are her duties, and she would never even ask me to do something like that.
They almost get offended. I've got a broom out once to sweep the floor in the bar, and the girls were horrified. Like, give that to me. That's my job.
It happened to me in my short-term rental condo where the guy had a girlfriend, and I have the option for cleaning. And the guy, by accident, booked the cleaning. So my cleaning lady came by, and his lady was there and said, "What are you doing? That's my job."
Yes.
She basically kicked out the cleaning lady,
Yeah.
and she was offended because again, that's like cheating on her.
I had a girl that was a long time once that was getting up and cleaning the house, and actually I was in a hotel, I was on holidays. I said, don't worry, the cleaning lady's coming later. She said, I don't want her to think bad about me.
Yeah.
Had that too.
That's the 60s. That's how it should be, guys. Between you and me, of course.
My dating stories are confidential, so
Yeah,
I'm going to stay that way.
Are you joking?
No.
Give me one. One. Jack, my man. I'm very disappointed.
Really, about Thai women are absolutely wonderful. However, I've been married to a small number of them. I've still got a lot to go at, I suppose. But I have had a stiletto heel buried in the back of my head. I've been stabbed by a Thai woman. I've had a brick through the window and a television smashed by Thai women. I've had my house emptied by Thai women, and I still love them all. So, just be careful and enjoy yourself, and you'll get on fine. Thank you.
Would you define yourself as a good person to pick the right woman?
Absolutely not, but I do love wedding cake, so I'll probably find another one. No, the one I'm with now I've been with for 18 years, 16 years married, and she's absolutely fabulous.
Excellent. You see, some positive coming out of it. Is there anything that you would have done differently now that you already know much about Thailand? Could you share this? And the other one is, do you miss anything from back home?
What I would have done differently is I probably would have come here earlier. And what
Earlier?
I would have come earlier.
Earlier than 4 years.
Yeah. And what do I miss anything about Australia? Not really, no. I don't. You know, I know some guys go, I can't get salt and vinegar chips or whatever the case may be, or their favourite meal at the pub doesn't taste the same here or whatever. It's an issue for them. I don't have any of that. There's nothing I really miss or go, wish I got to go back for that.
So you don't miss Vegemite?
No, God, I never liked it in the first place. So I can't miss it.
And you know you can actually buy it here.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
Thanks.
Just stick to your somtam.
Yeah.
Do you miss anything?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My son, that's about it.
Yeah, but he can come to visit.
He can come to visit. I can go back there and visit. But
But it's actually the same as Las Vegas. You've got a strip here as well.
yeah. No, I miss absolutely zero. What would I have done differently? Well, I brought less suitcases, like you said.
Yeah.
Just don't. If you come here, do not bring your stuff. Just bring one suitcase. Bin everything. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Don't hang
in
on.
one
I came
interview.
with one suitcase and one rucksack. That was it.
In one conversation that I had with Das, we were mentioning that we both basically came with one suitcase,
Right. Yeah.
and that's it. And I bought one suitcase, and I knew I was going to stay here. This guy came to the short-term apartment, the lovely 5-star, 4-star something. He came in with
3. And a cat.
three trucks, you mean?
No, 3 suitcases, and I have
3 suitcases,
I also have
4 handbags.
I also have a suitcase at my friend's house here, so that would be 4.
Right. Did you bring your helmet?
I bought my crash helmet because it was an expensive crash helmet, and I bought my boots.
Texas boots, I can fully understand. I told you when I saw them, I told you I'm with you.
But all the other stuff, all the unnecessary clothing that I bought, the 4 pairs of jeans that I will never wear, don't do it. Just don't
Light, that's it. You can buy everything over here.
don't do it.
Do you miss anything from England?
Yeah. Do you miss anything from
Scotland.
England, and would you do something else?
Well, I miss the sleet coming in at right angles.
And the hailstorm.
I miss my car sliding down
Yeah.
into the valley of the Clyde.
Black ice.
I miss the taxation system and paying so much tax. I miss not being able to drink because of the drink driving laws there and the way that they're enforced. I miss speed limits. There's such a lot that I miss.
Right.
And Coronation Street. I just love it here. Absolutely.
But do you miss your kippers?
No, what
You can
get them here
You
too.
can get kippers.
Oh, deep fried Mars bar.
yeah, but the question also, what would you have done differently now that you know much more?
I would have come quicker.
Come quicker than 33 years. All right. Nothing about, you don't want to mention anything about not getting married that quickly or something after 5 or 6?
Wow. I thoroughly enjoyed my life.
You don't have to get married. Okay. Do we have anything else? No, that's actually it. We've finished the broadcast. Again, guys, please leave comments. You know that we are very professional. We have our own Gmail, which is called TiT podcast Pattaya @gmail.com. Send us messages. If anyone living here and he's got some interesting stories that you would like to share, please send us messages. We can have you as a guest. Hopefully it was informative and entertaining. See you all guys in the next video.
Fine. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that and it was helpful and informative, which is what we're trying to do, to help you guys who want to come to live here, even for 33 years, like Jack. Okay. Please don't forget to look at Patreon. We've got lots of uncut Soy 6 videos now on there. And please subscribe, like, share, and ring the bell. And tell us what you think. Give us comments. Please, comments. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. See you in the next one.